Hi there, signs of Taurus. This is Kim here to do your reading. I think I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you all today, though. So just keep in mind that means it might be going past 3 days as far as like the outcome in the future that's predicted. So opening up to your spirit team, your spirit guides, and your angels for these messages. May they be for your Most High. What do you have for Taurus? And I'm using Sci-Fi Tarot from Todd Alcott. Love his tarot. Hey. All right. Huh. Two for the outcome is good. But we've just got something kind of going on here. What do we have going on? Okay. So I have the Ten of Swords here on the bottom, which it says he went looking for a better life and found annihilation, meaning there's a big ending here, but it may be something that has already kind of completed out in the past here. Maybe something that is already completed out. Let me throw in this Kipperish deck. It may be helpful. I don't know yet. I haven't worked with it too much, but let's see if it's helpful with us, because we have something going on in the environment where we have the Five of Pentacles. So that's worry. It's a struggle of some sort or a hardship that we are going through. And there was a lot already that we went through here in the past and wrapped it up. So the World card is showing up as your issue. And, you know, so this is like the new chapter, possibly a lesson that has been learned. Oh, wow. Okay. So to add to where you're going or to where the world is taking you, have the pathway to your North Node. Big. Devil energy is in the heart of the matter. And this can be our worries or our fears. But our North Node means that this is the, it's the path and it leads us to like our purpose, right? It's where we're wanting to be. So there's definitely some kind of contrast where we may literally be having to assume that something is already there, even if we are not seeing it in front of our face. And the way that you can do that, because I was thinking about that today, the law of assumption, some people have an issue with it because of saying, I've heard people say, you know, they really want to believe in what they are affirming to themselves. So the law of assumption has you understanding that everything is always in this now moment. It is only what exists. So if you have that belief and you know that that is all that really ever exists, then it's easy to say, I affirm I am wealthy in this now moment. I am just to assume it in the now moment. Why? Because there's a belief that that's all that there ever really is for eternity, the now moment. And so without time, everything's happening all at once and you just assume it. That's the best way that I've found to deal with really believing the law of assumption when you're saying it, you know. I am a wealthy, successful business person. You know, whatever it is. I am in a happy, healthy, loving marriage or relationship. If it's not in the contrast, then you're sending out that vibration of what you want in the now moment, and you're staying with it. Like, so there's no, when I see this, I see that there can be room for, or there has been, there's no room for doubt, for one thing, but it's trying to make its way in, right? We don't have extra seating for doubt to be here, but it's trying to creep in. It's trying to say, okay, this isn't going to happen for you, or this is going to be hard to manifest. Look at all the money things we got going on, or even a health issue going on. And it just keeps us kind of in that trap of being worried, or in the trap of waiting for a different time. So it is important to assume not only the best, but even opening yourself out to more of than the best outcome. If that makes, I hope that makes sense. So it was easy for me to assume anything to be true. Once I understood that what I was saying was that I believe in the eternal now moment of ourselves, of our being. So you have, let's see, you have 6, 6, you have 8, 8, you have 4, 4, you have 4, 5, 6, 8, 8, no, 7, 8, sorry. We're skipping a 9, and then we have 2 10s. 6 of Wands means that there's some kind of goal that you're wanting to achieve, a place that you're wanting to be, or a feeling you're wanting to feel. And so I have a feeling like we're placing that out in the future. We're giving it a place for the energy to confirm to us that we may have to wait, since we've placed something way ahead in the future. Am I making sense? Let's see what the world is here. The new chapter, the lessons learned. We're definitely lessons learned, right? That's how we end up now going towards our north node, our purpose, our dharma, the golden pathway here. And it's going to feel like your rebirth. With death in the reverse, it is going to feel like you have been resurrected. And I say it like resurrected into the divine being that you always were. But now there's like this knowing of it, right? The world is mine. See the world, it's on the fingertip in this card. This is like the world is yours. We have fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo here too. Tell me about this rebirth or being reborn. I saw that card. And I was like, I wonder if that's coming out. Wheel of Fortune. Upright. And this deck has a mixed on purpose with reversals so that I can specifically tell whether or not like this one is going to be a fortunate cycle, or if we're going to have some outside complications. This is saying, no, yeah, timing here is right. Perfect timing. Now. So anything that you have to let go, or anything that you felt like you had been holding on to, anything that needs to be dropped before you go onto this new phase. And in this new phase, it says ascension on the card. And I do feel like that's what all of you all are doing, is ascending anyway. So this is like new experiences. We need to pull them in energetically. Because the energy, the like 5D energy to that consciousness to support it is here, and you can work with it. So you have to figure out or learn how to pull it in and line up with it. So not giving into, not letting fear consume you, being careful with what we are affirming to ourselves. If you are just quick reminder, I know it's something really small, but I used to be one of those, people that, like, if I had only $10 in my bank account and I was, getting some food or something, I would like affirm out loud, oh my God, I am so broke. And I would make jokes, I would make light of it, but the fact is that I would continually be reaffirming things that I could see was the truth at that moment, but that was not the energy that I wanted to connect with, because I was always feeling like something was out in the future, something was out there. And I got very immersed in like the thing that I was experiencing at that moment. And I did this too, with health and hypochondria. Like I would always be like, I am feeling this way or that way, describing maybe even negative ways of feeling, and then kind of like affirming it so it became very solid and true. I would actually experience these things, So you're creating with your thoughts. That's very, very evident. And it looks like what you're creating, your energy that's lining up right here, is good. It's for a new chapter. So now, why is the devil here in the heart? What is the devil in the heart? Can represent bondage, attachments, addictions, vices, fears. And for some of you all, that is your path. That has been your path from your south node to your north node, where you have had to figure out what is toxic for me and what am I holding on to, or what is actually being attached to me? What is attaching itself to me? So this could have been a very crazy path here with this devil energy and the Page of Wands, because there's got to be a balance here between play and between what the inner child wants to do to have fun, and it's changing. I see that like changing here. One, bringing in more balance, and two, learning how to overcome the maybe not so great sides of the devil energy, using it for the light side, which the light side of the devil would be that our strategy to obtain what we want here in the material world, where what we need sometimes too is already available and given to us in this now moment when we assume it. So could have gone down a path for a while where that energy just kind of always tried to control or manipulate you, and now it's like, no, you're taking control. And relationships too that feel like they're more so about another person that's kind of just bonded to you, maybe attached to you, like trauma bonded, or there was something in common you could have had with someone else in the heart space that was not that great for you. So moving on to the new path, right? The Page of Wands. Something here that this pathway offers that's going to give you or put you into your north node. So your 8 of Wands here is good news, and it says changes in the air with this card. An exciting adventure into the unknown. So you're going to get communication of some sort here. How are you feeling though? Like you want to go ahead and get something. You want something to be done. And you want to go ahead and speed things up. You're ready on the good news. You are the good news. Maybe you're assuming the good news. Tell me about the 8 of Wands. Knight of Cups. Kind of almost looks sideways, or like, so yeah. I'm just picking up that energy of, nothing is going to hold me back anymore. I see the Knight of Cups sometimes making decisions here that were more in the devil energy. And so Knight of Cups can represent like our progress and our movement towards the things that we really want, the things that give us joy, that feel good. But that motion or that movement is halted when we're even holding ourselves back or running in place when it's attached to these other energies. So something about that is shifting and changing. it's like the horse was tied up, and the horse represents your dreams moving forward, and somebody cuts the cord, unties that cord to the horse, and then I see the horse running off, and there's your dreams too taking off, you know. So now to confront here what's in the environment with this Five of Pentacles, and it is, you know, it is a time of uncertainty. And when you're using the law of assumption, you're not ignoring what is actually in front of you. You're not ignoring it. You're appreciating it and loving it for the contrast that it's providing. So another thing is not to overly identify with the different scenes that go by. There you are, King of Pentacles. Good. King of Pentacles. And I saw the Lovers in the reverse. So a decision that you're just not, like, if you've been making the same decision every time you go down this path, then this time you're not going to. You're going to take a different direction because you're really sovereign and in charge here. This represents you, the King of Pentacles does. And it's a person who is very, they can get money when they, you know, when they want to. They've mastered how to get money, and they're very stable. They can provide that for themselves, and they can provide that for others too. It is not the only thing on this person's mind. Like, the King of Pentacles is also very warm, kind, caring, and compassionate. Could be a CEO, but I see this as you, and so whatever it is that you're going through right now, that Five of Pentacles, they're just reminding you that it's temporary, and it's not actually in alignment with who you are, because you're the King of Pentacles. Two of Swords in the reverse. Okay. And it could have to do with that. So I have the three of Cups on the bottom in the reverse, and the Two of Swords reverse. There's a stalemate that we have moved past, and this is, I feel like we're decided, like we've made up our mind, especially when it comes to certain people that possibly could be affecting or influencing your energy in a not so great way. You know, Three of Cups reverse, those aren't real friends, you know, or they could be people who are very much so like affirming and living in fear or fight or flight. So what about the Eight of Swords up there at the top? Seven of Pentacles. Good. Good. So make careful choices and consideration. Don't get too overwhelmed about some kind of big important decision here. Like, don't get stuck on an important decision. Patience. Sowing seeds. Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Basically want you to keep going and keep putting your head into your work. Eights are all over your reading. So eights mean that you're going to have some major achievement here, especially in that's your destiny. So whatever you're investing in at this time, just know that it's going to pay off, and you will have the ability to kind of stack that money up or save it up for yourself. Four of Cups kind of tells me there's something here, again, in the environment that we're wanting to change. And there is, usually with that card, you know, there's an Ace of Cups that is coming. Tell me more about that situation with the Four of Cups. Okay. It all falls down. Chess. Yeah. Well, they're really wanting you to think about it. They're wanting you to think about it. They're wanting you to be open towards Spirit giving you the next move. Or you coming up with that strategy that gets you out of a place where you're feeling bored or discontent. Like, just the feeling of needing something to do is coming through. Wanting something to do wanting something to feel like loving about. What about Page of Swords? Queen of Wands? Queen of Wands. And I have this Chariot right here. Let me get another one for Page of Swords, Queen of Wands. I think you're going to be getting a lot of attention here in this future energy, standing out, because you get a lot of people like looking at you. Four of Wands reverse. Okay, and there's the pathway. So that's the pathway that shifts or that shows up. It's different than what you're on right now. This one is something that leads that Queen of Wands to her North Node, and that is you. So taking a chance, being bold, taking a risk here, it's going to pay off, especially if you feel like you're being guided towards changing your path completely, like a big move even, or changing the people that you are in, you're in allegiance with other people and it's in the upright. Everything's going well. We're going to stay on this path. No, this is not necessarily saying things are bad, but if they're not ideal situation for you, then that represents the changing of it, or the option to, when it comes, the opportunity, which you have to assume is in the now moment. The Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot, Cancer energy, it's talking about your victory, and it's what your hope is for. That's your victory card too, that Six of Wands. So that being the challenge, yeah, we want to overcome, and maybe we want to travel, but we want to overcome, and we're going to be unstoppable. That's what they're saying. Ace of Swords here, giving you truth and clarity. And there also might be new soul contracts or people that come in. Sometimes people are guided into our life for, a reason or for a certain amount of time. And then if that's not working, then there may be some clarity on that, on a contract changing. Because you have the Four of Swords and the Six of Cups for the outcome. And usually that would be like a person wanting to take a break, or to really take some time out to think about their connection, whether or not they even want to stay in that connection that they're in. So I think this is like a hope for clarity of how a connection is going to move forward for you. And I mean, it seems positive. Tell me about Six of Cups, Four of Swords. But the Queen of Wands is someone who's going to be maybe even putting themselves back out there, back in the dating field, back in the career field, whatever it is, because she's attracting lots of different things. She's attracting this. The Fool. Then you've been enlightened. You're coming down from the mountain. You're ready to take a leap of faith on a new journey. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if Cupid's arrow doesn't hit you while you're being observed or being watched for how, attractive you are, how talented you are, maybe even how psychic you are. Eight of Wands for how you're feeling. Eight of Wands is what's coming. So listen, if you assume how you want to be feeling, you assume it to be true, even if you're really sick. I don't want you to say that you are. You know what I'm saying? I want you to assume the best, and it's going to come. It's going to come there. So there you go. There's your energy. Pulling it in. A very important connection, very important communication coming in. Something that you already know. You do have a lot of eights, don't you? On this board too. 1, 3, 13. Crystal ball is you seeing ahead. Sixth sense, divination. You just knowing that whatever's written in the stars for you, it's a big change. Yeah, so your inner knowing, past, present, future, happening all at the same time, being able to tap into it. a powerful triumph, opportunity to overcome, which I said that was, I felt like that was the Chariot energy here. And it says a big energy shift. And we shall overcome as we did before. And so the way that you can overcome or figure out this labyrinth or this maze of why something's been lost, delayed, or complex, it's a spiritual quest for one thing. But the Sapphire says you have been blessed with basically mental force, spiritual insight, wise judgment. You have holy divine favor, and you are revered. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Let's get an angel number message for you. If you're interested in a private reading, I do offer those at good prices. The information is in the description box below. And they are pre-recorded videos. You get a private link. Make sure you put in the notes section at checkout what you want to know in the reading or what you want to ask. And you have like strong Cancer energy possibly around you or coming up here. 666 and 999. 666 says a wake-up call for you to re-examine your current situation and change the direction of your thoughts so you can raise your vibration to a more positive frequency. But I think this is what you're doing with that 8 of Wands being here as how you're feeling and your outcome. So I think like just keep doing what you're doing because it's going to be successful. I am centered. And 999, thank your past for your lessons. Leave it where it belongs so you can make the best of a life that is still waiting to be fulfilled by only you. I am unique. And this is about endings and chapters being wrapped up. Us letting go of them with love and, opening ourselves up to the new chapter ahead. Or in this now moment. So I'm sending you love and light. Thanks for joining me, Taurus. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already so that you can join us here and we get lots of updates on the energy. And I'll see you next time. Bye.